Over the past year, Harbour has been working hard to become a school of sanctuary. We are extremely pleased to announce that we have recently been told that we have succeeded. Being a school of sanctuary involves supporting young people who are seeking safety in the UK, raising awareness of the issues that refugees face, and challenging harmful misconceptions. It's an amazing scheme to be a part of, and we are so proud to have joined a national network that strives to make schools in the UK safe and welcoming for all.
What have we achieved so far?
Harbour Club communicates with the school's community via whole school assemblies, fundraising and educational opportunities.
How much have we raised?
A total of £878 has been raised since March 2022 for Ukrainian Afghan aid charities.
And what else have we done?
Collected migration stories from staff to show our own broad experiences. Read them using QR codes outside room 4.
Help us to make our title of School of Sanctuary part of our identity. You are already living the values of a School of Sanctuary, shown in the incredible work that we've been speaking about. You are already providing the inspiring, proactive and loving community that any family would want for a child who has had to leave their country of birth. Through this commitment, and by being more aware of what it means to be a School of Sanctuary, you are helping to achieve our goals of the programme. When awarded, we can make it part of our everyday language. We have always known who we are. This award will give us a title that we can be proud of, because it will further promote the school community as we know it to be.
Sometimes it is hard not to judge others. Maybe they hate Pokemon, love Sprouts, or support Manchester United. Those are opinions. They are to do with the person's character, not their race, gender, skin colour, sexuality, or religion. You don't necessarily agree with their opinions, and that is fine. However, people sometimes judge other people by their appearance, their religion, or their gender. This is not right. Often, people make assumptions from stereotypes and don't wait to listen to the person's actual opinions, what they are really like inside. People can react negatively to people that they see as different. People can act awkwardly to people with disabilities, assuming that the person has extreme difficulty with understanding the world, when in reality, maybe they are a budding journalist or a wheelchair basketball player, or they run with prosthetics. By just looking at their surface, people can be dismissive or act surprised when people turn out to be different from stereotypes. There is no reason that a young Muslim woman should be less accepted as a doctor than a Christian man. There is no reason that someone who has to wear prosthetics should be less allowed to become an actor than someone with all their limbs. If you judge people, they will read your reactions when they say something that they are interested in doing, and if they are negative, then that will make them less confident and more likely to go into a more stereotypical job or hobby. If you only judge people by who they are on the inside, rather than just seeing the first impression, getting to know them properly, the world will be a much fairer and more accepting place.
So how do we make appropriate judgments? One of the most important factors in making a judgment is fact, as without proper corroborated facts, you could be making a judgment based on bias rather than truth. Doing this can often lead to prejudice, as you are assuming things about a certain group without knowing if that is necessarily the case. Perhaps the most effective way of finding facts is to ask questions. In order to find something out about a group of people, who better to ask than someone in that group? However, it's also integral to avoid asking inappropriate questions, as the person that you are asking could find it uncomfortable and emotionally taxing having to answer those types of questions. When looking for facts, it's also incredibly important to communicate with the people around you. Being able to admit that you don't know something is admirable, and isn't something that you'll ever be judged for, so communicating with more knowledgeable individuals like teachers is always integral. Another way of sourcing facts is the internet, but sometimes sources online can be misleading. When looking at an article, it's important to consider potential bias that it may have, like the opinions of the author, when it was released, or the purpose of the article itself, and to find other articles to corroborate it with from known reputable sources that you can trust.
On the 21st of February 2023, it's going to be Mother Tongue Day, where Stephen Spender Trust and National Centre for Writing are delivering workshops for students translating Ukrainian stories. We would like this to be a week of celebrating diverse languages through an assembly, and a collection of the languages we speak in our school community. And on the 21st of June 2023, it's Refugee Week, where students will share their stories from Ukraine. They will talk about their experiences in a carefully managed programme of communication to help others understand more about what it means to seek sanctuary. Currently, Mrs. Tuttle and Miss Garnham are working with the school, including students, to write an anti-racism policy. Our school has recently been awarded the School of Sanctuary Award to show that we are a safe place for refugees and asylum seekers. This is renewed every 3 years, and the majority of the Harbour Club are now in Year 11, so as we leave next year, we need more people in other years to take our place. So, if you're interested, we meet in Room 4 every Tuesday lunchtime, and we'd love to see you there.